Did you know that you can manifest the things that you want instantly? And by instantly, I mean like within 30 seconds or a couple of minutes. And if you've ever wondered, why is there a time delay with manifestation, you're really gonna like today's video. Now, of course, I am Andrea Schulman, back with another manifesting video. And today, I'm gonna talk to you about how to eliminate time delay. I have a 2.5-step manifesting method that works really, really well at getting things quickly. In fact, I actually used it today, and I'll share that story in just a few minutes. But for now, let's go ahead and jump on into today's video on how to eliminate time delay with your manifestations. All right, so to eliminate time delay, we first need to understand, why does time delay happen? Why does it exist? Because once you understand this, you'll be able to eliminate it and get rid of it. You have to understand what's causing it in the first place. And it is a misconception. There are a lot of people out there who teach about the law of attraction, law of assumption, manifestation, law of expectancy, all that kind of stuff. And they'll talk about a time delay being necessary. In fact, if you've ever watched the documentary The Secret, they specifically mention that there is a time delay. So this is something common that is commonly believed, but it is not the absolute truth, and it does not have to happen. There are actually 2 reasons why time delay occurs. So if you set forth an intention, something that you want, if it doesn't come right away and it's taking a while, there are 2 possible reasons why, and you may have both of them. Now, the first reason why a time delay exists is a belief in the need for time. It is very possible that if there is something that you want, you may be carrying a belief that it needs to take a while. So a very literal example of this might be, I want to manifest graduating from college with honors, but I believe that has to happen in June, so therefore I have to wait for it to happen in June. It is my desire to manifest a massively successful business, but I believe that's going to take time. I believe it's going to take years of work to manifest that successful business. Maybe you want to manifest your specific person, somebody who you really like. You may believe that it's going to take time. He needs time to get to know me. She needs time to figure it out. And so there's this belief that there's going to take time. Through the law of attraction, you will get what you believe. And so if you believe something's going to take time, it will take time. And so that is the first reason why a time delay may be existing with your manifestation. Simply, you believe that there needs to be one. But there is also a second reason why time delays exist, and why when you put out your intention, it may not come back immediately. This one is a little bit more severe than the first one, because with the first one, you just believe it's going to take time. And so if you're just carrying the first one, when the time is up, you'll get your manifestation. You know, June comes, you'll graduate. You put a little bit of time with your specific person, the relationship will materialize. But our second reason why time delays exist is that there's some kind of a block or a limitation that you're holding on to that is preventing you from aligning with your manifestation. Now, with the second reason, it doesn't matter how much time has elapsed with this one. If you're holding on to a block or a limitation, the thing that you want could stay out of reach for a very long time. For instance, again, let's say that you want to graduate from college with honors. Well, a limitation or a block might be, I don't believe I'm smart enough. And if you believe that, doesn't matter how much time is going to go on. If you really don't believe that you're smart enough to graduate with honors, it's not going to happen. It's going to take a really long time for that to materialize, if ever. And again, let's say that you wanted to materialize a really successful business. Well, perhaps you have in your mind a belief that says that's too hard. It's going to take too much work. And if that's something that you're holding on to, Again, it doesn't matter how much time is going to elapse because you're chronically saying it's too hard, I can't do it, it's too much work, and that's going to prevent your manifestation from coming. And again, maybe you want to manifest your specific person. But if you're constantly telling yourself, she'd never want to go out with me, she's not going to like me, I'm not good enough for her, well, the time is just going to stretch on out until you correct that block. So to bridge the gap here and go from waiting and time delay into speedy and quick manifestation, both of those two reasons have to be eliminated. We have to get rid of the idea of manifestation taking a long time, and we also have to correct whatever blocks may be in front of what we want. And of course, I have for you today a very simple 2.5-step method to get you from A to B with this one. Again, I used it today and it worked brilliantly. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But first, if you really enjoy manifesting videos that give you lots of great advice that actually works, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't know if you've noticed, guys, but I'm getting close to 100,000 subscribers. So if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so now. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, but let's go ahead and jump into this 2.5-step method to instant manifestation. And again, when I say instant, I mean like within 30 seconds to a couple of minutes. That's usually how quick it works for me. All right. So the 2-step method is fairly simple and it will correct both of those two issues that you've got going on with your dream being delayed. Now, the first step will help you correct the idea that a time delay is necessary. Now, not everybody believes that a time delay is necessary, but quite honestly, most people do think that things take time. So regardless of whether or not you feel that this is in your way, I would still tack this one on, okay, as your first step. The first step is going to be to tell yourself that anything can manifest quickly. Real simple, right? Anything can manifest quickly. And to give you a little bit of evidence of this, I would like for you to think of a time where you thought about something and it showed up right away. Have you ever had that experience? Where you thought about something or you wanted something or there was something that you were reaching for and immediately it showed up? Maybe you were thinking about a friend and they called. Maybe you were wanting some money and you looked on the ground and you saw $5. But can you think of any times where there was something that you thought of and almost instantaneously it showed up for you? What I would love for you to do is if you have an example of that, please go ahead and drop it in the comments. If there's a bunch of comments in there about this, make sure to read through them because it will give you lots of evidence that people see instant manifestation all of the time. You are manifesting in real time. Most of the stuff that's going on is actually an instant manifestation, whether or not you realize it. And so go ahead and jot down your example in the comments, but read through and look for evidence that other people have given as well. Now that's the first step. The second step takes a little bit of prep work. Okay, so the second step is you need to figure out what the block is and correct it very quickly. And so if there's any blocks that you're holding on to, we want you to identify what those are and reverse them. And so a very simple way to do this is to just jot down on a piece of paper real quick, why can't you have your dream? Why can't I have my dream? Now that sounds really negative, but if you write that down, why can't I manifest my specific person? Or why can't I manifest a successful business? Oh, you're going to come up with the answer to that question real easy if you're already holding on to a block. She's too good for me. It's too hard. It's going to take too much money. You're going to have some examples of why can't you. Now, on the same sheet of paper, what I want you to do next is cross those reasons off. Just cross them off. And instead write, why can I manifest my dream? Why can I manifest my dream? And come up with some good evidence as to why you can. This is a really great step to use when manifesting, because it helps you become aware of what those blocks are. What's that nonsense you keep telling yourself about why the dream is not going to happen? And that act of just crossing it off is like, you know what? It's nonsense. It's not that big of a deal. I can just get rid of it quickly. And instead you write down, why can you have your dream? Why could you manifest your specific person? Well, I could manifest my specific person because I'm a really likable guy or I'm a really likable girl. I could manifest my specific person because I would love them so much, and who wouldn't want to receive all the love that I was going to give them? I can manifest my specific person because I'm good at the law of attraction. I manifest stuff all the time. Come up with a few reasons and just jot them down. That's step 2. And step 2, again, is really going to help you correct that second reason that time delays exist, which is correcting the blocks. Getting it kind of out of the way and affirming why it could happen for you. And yes, I did say that this is a 2.5 step process. A half step because it doesn't really require you to do much. I like to say it's a 2.5 step because the half step kind of lets you let go a little bit. And the half step you tack on to the end. The half step is set it and forget it and move on. Set it, forget it, move on. What I mean by that is after you've done step 1 and step 2, put it away and go move on. Set it and forget it. Now, that last little half step part is really important for instant manifestation. Real important. I think without it, probably isn't gonna happen for you. Maybe it would, but the odds are much greater in your favor if you do this half step, which is just set it, forget it, and move on. And the reason why is that it releases you from clinging, okay? You make mention that this could happen instantly. You cross out your block and you say, this is why it could happen, and then you just move on. So you're not holding on to any resistance. You're not looking around for it. When's it gonna come? When's it gonna show up? You literally move on. You make it your solid 100% intention to thoroughly move on. Go do something else, get distracted, get swept up in another activity entirely. This is the critical piece, okay? Set it, forget it, and move on. And this absolutely does work, okay? It worked today for me just a few hours ago, and I use this a lot. But this was something I used today for writer's block of all things, okay? So I was actually trying to come up with today's video, and it was really starting to stress me out. I really wanted to come up with a video because I wanted to film today, and I had all these reasons that I wanted to do it today. I was on a time crunch, okay? Which you know can put in a lot of resistance and block something from coming. And so I did this 3-step process. Step 1, anything can manifest quickly, Andrea, okay? Step 2, what are my blocks? Can't think of it, I'm on a time crunch, I'm stressed out, cross it off, cross it off, cross it off. Why can I manifest this? I manifest all kinds of ideas for videos. I manifest videos every single week. I come up with content all the time. And so I reminded myself of why it could be done, and then I put it down, walked into the bathroom. I literally left where I was. I'm like, you know what? Let me go into the bathroom and get ready for the day. Let me just go put myself together. And I kid you not, within about 45 seconds, boom, the entire idea, outline, concept, examples, everything for today's video just came into my mind like thunder immediately. And that's a small example. So I do like this concept, if you're new to it, to practice it with small things. Ideas is a great way to practice it because you'll get those fast when you let go and you'll see it. But I've also practiced this with big things. I've used it to manifest money. I've used it to manifest sales. I've used it to manifest clients. I even use it, believe it or not, to manifest one of my GMC Yukons. So this absolutely works. It can work very, very quickly. And I do have some fun news now for any of you who are interested in spirituality, metaphysics, manifestation. You'd be very interested to know that my Signs from the Universe program will be reopening very, very soon. It's been closed for I don't know, about 6 months now, and I'm finally reopening it for a very limited window of time. If you're kind of uncertain on what to do, how to ask for signs, like if you have decisions to make in your life and you're trying to figure out how to get from A to B, or am I moving in the right direction? Am I on the right path? There are tons of signs from the universe out there to guide you, tons of inspired action that is being channeled to you all of the time. And most people are largely unaware of this guidance, or they're confused by it. They may feel like there are mixed signals. They may feel like, hey, I saw a sign, but I didn't take it. What do I do now? Fear not, there are always signs around you all of the time. And so if you would like to learn how to spot these signs and interpret these signs and know that these are actual legitimate signs, you're not just making it up or doing wishful thinking, it's not your ego talking, being able to really interpret those kinds of signs so that you can make choices that get you into alignment with the kind of life that you want. Again, the course will be opening very soon, and I do have a link where you can sign up for course notifications so that you are able to sign up during the limited enrollment window and you don't miss it, because again, this course gets shut down for long periods of time. I only bring it out about 2 times a year. So again, if you're interested in that program, learning more and getting the alerts, make sure to go ahead and look below in the description, because I put a handy link where you can sign up for the course notifications. And also, if you are new to my work here, I would love to invite you to take my Law of Attraction test. If you would like to know for sure that you are the creator of your reality and that everything that you're thinking is what you are bringing through to fruition in your life, I have designed a very simple, very easy 5-minute test where you can literally prove it to yourself, put something out, watch it come back. And to take that test now, you can go to manifestingtest.com. Again, that link is manifestingtest.com. And I will, of course, go ahead and put that also in the description for you. But manifestingtest.com is the direct link. Thanks again for watching today's video on how you can eliminate time delay and manifest now. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And of course, I look forward to bringing you another one soon. Bye-bye.